Hey guys, welcome to April 23rd, Thursday. Um, gonna go over the Watergate questions, and if your answers don't match exactly mine, it's okay. These were all open response questions, so as long as you have the right kind of information in there. But let's go through that, and then we'll talk about what I expect for you to do tomorrow. So, number one, how many robbers were caught breaking into Watergate? There were five of them that were caught breaking into Watergate. They were caught by a security guard. Um, all right. Number two, put these events in chronological order. First thing that happened, White House aides testified to the grand jury. Number two, the Supreme Court demands the White House turn over their tapes, which Nixon did not want to do, but eventually would do. The third thing that happened, Nixon, of course, resigns, and then Gerald Ford becomes president, and he gives Gerald Ford pardons Nixon for any crimes he may have committed. And then the last thing, W. Mark Felt is revealed as the anonymous source of um, responsible for getting Nixon caught. And he did not his the source's name. The source went by a code name that Woodward and Bernstein used for him, and not until 2005 was it revealed that Mark Felt was the anonymous FBI source that led Bernstein and Woodward to do their investigation of Watergate and find all the stuff. All right. So what evidence finally linked the intruders to Nixon? The money they were carrying was they were able to trace that money back to CREEP. Stands for the Committee to Reelect the President. That's what Nixon's reelection thing was called. And the group of people that actually did the break-in, they called themselves the plumbers because they were going to go around and fix Nixon's problems. And they actually would go after people that he had. Nixon had a political enemies list, and he tried to use like the IRS to audit them, and he tried to just make their lives miserable. Um, and that all comes out during Watergate as well. Number four, what award did Woodward and Bernstein win? They get the Pulitzer Prize for investigative journalism. What was one of the first things Nixon did to try to get people to keep their mouths shut about the break-in? He offered bribes to people to just keep their mouths shut. So the five men that got caught, instead of going to trial, which there would have been, they would have to find evidence and explain and everything. They just all five pled guilty and went to jail. And then later on, one of them called and said, "Hey, this actually is tied to Nixon, and here's all the evidence." Um, right. So number six, what was the Saturday Night Massacre? Nixon ordered someone to fire the special prosecutor, Archibald Cox. He ordered his attorney general to do it. The first attorney general said no and resigned. And then Nixon went through like all of his deputies, and a lot of them refused to fire um, the special prosecutor, so he fired them until he found someone actually willing to able to do. I think he got down to like the third or fourth choice before the guy agreed to fire the special prosecutor. And so that's the Saturday Night Massacre. Was just all of the firings that happened. Seven was one of the negative impacts Watergate had on American political life. People started distrusting the politicians. Before that, I mean, people were like, "Oh yeah, they're politicians," but just the complete distrust of the government and everything. Um, and then number eight, what is the only thing Nixon ever admitted in regards to his involvement in the Watergate scandal? He never would admit that he knew about the break-in, ordered the break-in. The only thing he um, ever admitted to was that he shouldn't have tried to cover it up. That was the only thing he was guilty of, was trying to cover it up. Which, sometimes the cover-up's worse than the crime. So if that really is all he did wrong, he should not have tried to cover it up. Then the people in Creep would have went down, and he could have been like, "I totally had no idea they were doing this," which I don't know that that's actually the case or not, because Nixon. But you know, so that was the answer to the video questions. All right. So for today, for Thursday, what I want you guys to work on, I want you guys to use Thursday for, guys, is to finish up your 1960s project. It's a 100-point unassisted grade. So if you're not sure how to submit anything, send me an email. You can log in during my Google Meet time tomorrow. But so that is what I want you guys to work on tomorrow, is to finish up your um, finish up your 60s project. Okay. So the other thing is, make sure you can finish up this worksheet. And I don't know if I posted it Tuesday or not. I'll look, and if I didn't, I'll repost it. But this is due for next Tuesday, and the page numbers are here in the PDF for the textbook, where you'll find the answers. That's what those page numbers are. Mr. Bassing put together our Nixon and Watergate stuff, and so he sent the PDF, and here are the page numbers to find the answers to this questions. Okay, this is due Tuesday. Then on Tuesday we will talk about Ford and Carter's presidency. Actually, Tuesday we'll talk about Gerald Ford, and there's a video link that I sent you today that I would like for you to watch that goes through Ford's presidency, 1975. And then on Thursday we'll talk about Carter. So that's next week. So for tomorrow, finish up your project. Um, Remember, guys, if you did the presentation, if you're doing the Google presentation, just send me your slides. Share your slides with me. If you did the speech, you do need to record yourself giving the speech and send me that. And then just send me the links to any of the other stuff you did for your project. All right. Guys, if you have any questions about the projects, email me or log in tomorrow from between 9:15 and 10:45 during my office hours, and I will gladly go over any questions you have, or if you have any questions about the rubric or anything else. Hope you guys are doing well, and I hope to see some of you tomorrow. Bye, guys.